All right, and three, two, one.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Level with You show, a weekly video game podcast where all of us get together and talk about, you guessed it, video games. My name is Wiley Olmstead. This week, I am joined by
Me,
Phantom
just
Producer
me.
Tyler Hadley. What is going on, man? How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing pretty well, but the better question is how are you doing?
How am I doing? I am happy to report that I am feeling pretty darn good. Had a little bit of a scare this weekend when I woke up Saturday morning with a fever. By the time Saturday night rolled around, it was almost 103. Sunday was up and down all day, so I had to get tested for the old coronavirus. I just got my results 10 minutes ago.
Scary.
Yeah, it was negative. Um, Still not 100%. They tell me it's about 80% accurate. So I'm gonna still be cautious in the ways that I can, but I'm at least not gonna be isolating from my wife anymore, which I was doing for a couple of days, which was not the worst thing. It was kind of nice having a maid just bring you food all the time, but
Yikes.
it's definitely good to be able to give her a hug again.
Yeah, I bet.
And before we get into it, have to give a special shout out to the little man, to our big man, Johnny, aka Elias. It's his birthday today.
Hey,
Happy
happy
birthday, man!
birthday.
Yeah,
Mm,
hope you
yeah,
guys are having a good one. And remember, you got to let your dad win sometimes. I know that it's hard, um, but I know you just kick his ass so easily, and it just makes him feel bad. So just let him down easy once in a while. Kenny could take it.
it'll be like
All right.
clockwork one of these days. Kenny's just gonna be losing nonstop.
hmm Just around the corner, I'm sure, especially when
Oh
it comes
yeah.
to basketball.
I know they stated that they're gonna reopen athletic fields and all sorts of things here in Massachusetts now.
Starting when is that?
That's starting the 25th, so next week.
The 25th. So does that mean places like the YMCA, Planet Fitness?
No. Gyms don't open until phase 3, so which is
Ooh,
at least 6 weeks away.
okay, that makes
Because
sense.
each
So what
phase
are
is
you
gonna be
referring
3.
to, really?
I don't know. They just had listed like athletic fields, so like I assume like outdoor facilities and stuff like that.
Like Little League
So
stuff, maybe?
maybe like soccer fields, baseball fields. Maybe they'll put like basketball hoops back up. I'm not sure.
Gotcha. After watching The Last Dance, I just finished episode 9 last night. Still got the finale to finish
Mm.
tonight. 9 was a really good episode. A lot of love to my man Steve Kerr,
Oh
which
yeah,
was
man.
nice.
He deserves it.
Yeah,
He's a class act.
he was one of my favorites as a kid. And yeah, he's had a good appropriate amount of time, I think, throughout the show.
Hmm.
And what was I going to say? After watching it, I'm like, all this, everything's shut down. I haven't been recklessly spending money on restaurants like I did every weekend before. I got a little extra cash stashed. Maybe I should buy a basketball hoop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I could. I thought about doing that, but I just like I don't know. I feel like I don't have enough space in my driveway. But you could totally get a basketball hoop.
Yeah, your driveway, like your street is busy. If the ball gets kicked out into my street,
Hmm.
it's, you know, not too many cars going by. And
Hmm.
so I don't know, something I'm looking into, as well as the kayak, as well as what was the third thing? Bike.
A
So
bike, yeah.
it's going to be a summer of adventure and outdoors.
I might go kayaking on Thursday.
Ooh, nice.
Yep, I got Thursday and Friday off of work because the office buildings are moving.
Very nice. Um, so that means nobody's in the office, or
Yeah, nobody's working at all because all
so
our
I know
servers
that
are down stuff and too.
our Governor Baker, he said this morning that office spaces could start beginning opening, but with 25% employees, something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
So what my organization is like, we're not doing that. It's being pushed to at least June 5th.
Yeah, I think the majority of places. I mean, where I work, we've already had some people actually working out of the office, just because they need to be there to access certain files and things like that.
Hmm.
So the people that are already currently working out of the office, they're going to be continuing to work out of our new office next week once the move's over with. But I think the majority of people are still going to be working remotely.
Gotcha. Um, just so you know, if you are watching live, feel free to jump into the chat to ask us any questions. We are here to answer them. Um, and if you're catching the show later on YouTube, leave it in the comment section. We'll hopefully get it on next week's show. And if you want to listen to the audio only version, you can catch it on Spotify, Google Play, as well as Podcast Addict, iTunes, wherever else you're looking.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I
so
just saw
yeah, what else?
I just saw Kenny
Oh,
hopping on Facebook.
oh, that's what's up. What's up, Kenny? How you doing? How you doing?
If you didn't hear already, happy birthday, Elias, Gianni.
Oh yeah, we already gave him a big time shout out, so you got to rewind for that. No, we'll give it to him again. What's up, Elias? Happy birthday, dude. Hope you're having a good one. You gotta keep beating your man and your dad and MK. Don't
We
go
love
easy on
you.
him. um, so yeah, man, it's been a wild week for me as far as ups and downs and trying to figure out what's going on with my health and how to best proceed with my wife going to work and separating from me and
Mm,
stuff like that. And I have a roommate that sublets, and it's been luckily he has a girlfriend who he's house watching for the past few days, but that would have presented a tougher situation as well.
yeah, definitely. You don't want to get
Yeah.
anyone else sick. That's a big no.
Hmm. And I've been telling myself that I'm like all better, but now as I'm talking like this, I can see my face getting redder, and I am feeling a little like,
Like lightheaded, out of breath.
yeah,
Don't push
yeah, not quite.
yourself.
Yeah, gotta rein it in, keep it easy. I needed Anthony and Kenny here for this episode. Oh God.
He's gonna pass out on stream. Hey,
Yeah.
now's the time to do it. I can call an ambulance.
Okay. Good call. Yep. Um. So, what you been playing this week, Tyler? You been playing anything in particular? I happen to think I know half of it because we've been playing together.
Yeah, we've been playing together. I guess I'll start off with a thing that we haven't been playing together. I'll talk about Children of Morta. Caitlin
Hmm.
and I have been going through the game co-op style. Excuse me. And we're currently in the third act, which is Terra Lava with all the robots and everything there.
Right. Yep. The robots are a cool aesthetic change they bring late game.
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely a lot more challenging once you hit that area. Um, but pretty much like I've gotten all the characters up to at least level 12. I mean, they're sporadic. I think we have like two characters that are up to like level 18 or 19, and then like everyone else is like at least level 13.
Okay, so if you guys don't know, we've talked about it on the show before, but Children of Morta, if you've ever seen the Diablo games, it's very highly influenced, except for it is a stylish isometric 2D game. Think styled after something like Hyper Light Drifter meets Stardew Valley, but not that it doesn't have its own look as well. Um, it's got similar classes where you've got the knight, the projectile character, the magic character, the monk character, everything like that. And Diablo's been the other one that we've been playing, so we'll get into that a little bit later. But
Yeah, so I don't know if you have any tips for Children of Morta. I know you said that you had like your attack maxed out, so the very last run that we did, I think we ended up getting like 10,000 gold in like this single run.
mhm.
So I was just like, all right, I'll just spend a bunch of it on attack, see how that goes.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, it's tempting to spread it around because there are so many little perks. But when I was playing, I was like, what's really going to make this easier for me? Because it is challenging, unlike
Hmm.
Diablo 3. And Um, I just knew that steadily bringing up my attack, pretty much I would get maybe one of the smaller perks that sounded good, then I would go back and saving up for the attack. Like I wasn't trying to buy everything on every run because you keep your gold, which is one of the more forgiving things of a roguelike like this, is just straight up keep your gold. And makes grinding a more fun process in my opinion. Makes it
Hmm.
feel like you're always, at least even if you have a shitty run where you die on the first floor, it wasn't a complete waste of time.
Hmm.
Um, so that's really what I think I had like max attack, second to max HP, and I don't know. I probably just died a bunch more and saved a bunch more gold, and that's probably why you're
Yeah.
struggling with it because
Did you upgrade your books of Ray like a lot at all?
not
I
a
mean,
lot. I can't even recall what those actually upgrade.
I mean the two that I've been putting more of my points into is increase gold drop and increase experience gained. And then there's other ones that say increase the time you get uh, with obelisks, and other ones like gives you a second uh, like legendary rune slot, so you can do like a right bumper and right
Yeah,
trigger.
that stuff for me, I felt like the game, like while useful, I never felt like maybe I was at high enough level of play where I was factoring that stuff into as much as I was just factoring into pure attack's power.
Hmm.
So like it, while I did get some of it, like the second legendary rune in particular, but like increasing the length of time that something stays active while important,
Yeah, it doesn't
I
really seem like
felt,
a whole like it's not going to make a huge difference to me. Like for something being active an extra 2 seconds or something.
yeah, like if the game had more of an end game where you were fighting uh, enemies with different attack patterns, or I mean, or different elemental attacks, where you really had to factor in more RPG elements, I think that those would have more of an appeal. And I do think the game has so much potential as sort of being a snappier and more condensed Diablo that I would love to see like a full blown expansion or sequel, but we'll see.
Mhm. I mean, they actually have a whole roadmap for Children of Morta. It's not a roadmap that has any dates or anything, but it has what they're planning on doing with for expanding the game. Um, I think one of the expansions was the inclusion of the hard mode that they have now.
Yep.
Um, and then they do intend to include online co-op at some point. And I think like way down the line they are planning like a DLC, like full on expansion like to the story and everything.
Oh, wow. Okay. I think I see what you're referring to now. I'm pulling up the page. New difficulty setting, new game plus. I think we got those out now. New
Hmm.
playable character. I don't know if that's out now.
I don't know.
Online co-op, endless mode. Yep, brand new chapter. Okay, I see it. Well, that's very good to hear. Would definitely like to get back into the Morta. I know we've all kind of had our time with it. So should we get into the other loot game we've been playing, the 8-year-old Diablo 3 that I
Oh yeah,
decided to pick up on a whim on
Diablo, the ever good in game.
the ever evil game that I always thought was too scary as a kid growing up in a Christian household, as I told Tyler. I was like, that's a bad game. I can't play that.
Yeah, I
All
can't
about the
remember
devil.
I can't remember the first time I mean, Diablo 3 was my first dive into any of the Diablo games. And I'm pretty sure I picked it up on PC. Gosh, I don't even know how long ago. Like, were we doing like the first podcast, like it was the very, very first level with these stuff, like when I was playing? I'm not sure if you remember, but
When you were playing Diablo 3,
yeah.
I
Or
mean,
was it like
it wouldn't
before that?
surprise me.
Yeah, I really can't remember how long ago it was.
I mean, I think that was like 2016-ish, right? 2015-ish.
Hmm.
Yeah. Been a lot of podcasts. Um, so I've been having a pretty good time with it. I can see how it's definitely aged at this point in time in terms of storytelling and just I guess overall expectations what I look for in some aspects of a AAA game, but I am also seeing the really big appeal in how um, accessible it is, how it's very chill to just hang out with your friends, grind, and get better loot, not die very often. I mean,
Hmm.
I've in the 12 hours I put in this week playing on mostly expert mode or hard mode. I died, I think, twice, both times playing with you, and each time you can press triangle to revive exactly where you are and lose nothing. So,
Yeah,
like
it did pop up when I revived one time. It was like you lost 10% of your weapon or your equipment durability.
oh, okay, that's nothing.
Yeah, I know. I mean, basically, you
That,
can.
mhm.
That's like 100 gold to repair or something.
Yeah, yeah. So it's
And
been forgiving.
yeah, I'm sure as you get to higher levels too, like the cost for like repairing equipment and stuff like that's probably gonna get higher. But at the same time,
True.
you're also getting like tens of thousands of gold like every quest or something.
And I had a good first impression week of it because I have initially was playing solo for several hours, which was kind of fun but mostly repetitive. And I knew that it was better as a multiplayer game, but I kind of wanted to get a feel for it before I jumped in with you guys. Then I played two-player with you for a day or for a few hours. That was a good time. And then when we played three-player with Anthony, that's when it really was most fun. We were all using all sorts of combos and, or I don't know, setting each other up and playing off each other's strengths. And I was the monk, the close quarters character. You were a wizard. He was a, what was he?
He's a demon hunter, I
Demon
think.
hunter.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he was raining his arrows and shooting his guns, and you were shooting your rays of light, and I was up in their grills, smacking them up, doing roundhouses to the face, dropping
Hmm.
bells on their domes, and it was just a nice smorgasbord of pulverizing the poop out of the demons.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
and it feels pretty rewarding as you level up. You're always unlocking something new, whether it's a brand new ability or it's a a rune that slightly modifies a current ability. So like you're always able to go back to older skills then that now they're more powerful or now they have a new attribute to them that could be useful. And so there's
mhm.
always like something to leveling up that's just rewarding in Diablo.
Yeah, I would agree with that. It does feel like a steady constant drip of meaningful progression where it's not just numbers going up, but there is something introduced into a possible gameplay tweak that completely changes a button press for you or makes you reconsider an ability you didn't think before because now it's got a wider range and it has a possibility to light them on fire or something like that. So it
Hmm.
definitely nails the RPG mechanics in an action RPG. So I can see why it has the reputation it does. And I bet there is, and I know there is challenging content once we get by the early stuff that we've been doing. We've put in a total of maybe 10 hours between us this week, something like that. So we have a long way to go. It's a game that people play for months and months, years. So if we sound like noobs, it's because we are. So bear with us.
I was reading one of the Reddit posts I was telling you about, and somebody called himself. He's like, I'm a Diablo noob. I only have 200 plus hours into it.
That's funny.
I was like, whoa.
That's good. All right, so that makes us nooblets.
Yeah, nowhere close to 200 yet.
Nope. But who knows? We might get there. It's been a lot of fun playing with you. I'd probably be up to play some later. Although
Yeah,
now
for
I'm
sure.
now I'm not quarantined in here. Elena might want to spend time with me. I don't know.
Just tell her you don't feel good.
Nah, couldn't do that. Alrighty. So a game that I picked up, and sorry we don't have anything hot off the presses this week. We're gonna be getting to the new releases soon. We had all those heavy hitters out, but there's nothing jumping out on the new on the new release side of things that I think we've been wanting to pick up necessarily. So we hope that you enjoy our company and enjoy our banter, but we don't have
Mhm.
the newest, latest impressions. But I did get to play a game that came out about a year ago. It's called Days Gone, PlayStation 4 exclusive. Came out around April, to mixed reviews. I think it's sitting at around a 70-ish, 71, I think, on Metacritic. Huge budget game, open world, hyped up in the same way for years as something like a God of War or Horizon or Spider-Man. Similar production value. One of Sony's first-party studios, Bend, is the developer, known best for the Siphon Filter series on the PS1, PS2. It's been a long time since they'd come out with a game. So there were a lot of high hopes, and I'll just get to what I think of it so far. I know that they put a lot of effort into knocking out some of the bugs that it had, which were somewhat prevalent when it was released. The load times, from what I've experienced so far, are really good. I don't know if they've always been this good, but they're like, for a AAA game, you're not usually waiting less than like 8 seconds in between when you expect the gameplay to be broken up. So that's been nice to see. It's certainly not the most original. Like, it's third person, behind the back, a la Uncharted, a la God of War, Allahu Akbar. um, but so imagine Sons of Anarchy, imagine Walking Dead. Like, they pitched this game when those were both the hottest things on the planet, circa 2014. That's when they got to the grindstone. Like, we'll be done with this in a couple of years. We'll still be riding their coattails. And like, nah, came out last year, and motorcycles and zombies were kind of old hat at that time.
Right.
But they're like, we're still cool.
Now everybody wants superheroes and anime and samurais.
Yeah, exactly. um, so they missed the boat on being the hottest new zombie joint, but I do think that so far it's pretty good. Like, it's got good movement in the main character Deacon. He feels a little bit more nimble than I would say like a Drake in an Uncharted does, as far as the moving around the environments, which is a compliment for sure. And it's got similar uh, feeling combat, not quite as arcadey as in something like an Uncharted, not quite as grounded in something as The Last of Us. They're certainly going for major Last of Us vibes, as well as dealing with some of the crafting elements, picking up scrap, picking up gasoline, making Molotovs. Molotovs are a huge deal.
Hmm.
Um, and it's an open world game. It starts off very narrative heavy. It starts off at the very beginning of the conflict. Something bad happens. You flash forward 2 years, and that's how. And then when you hit the pause button, it says 734 days gone. And each day that passes in the game, it adds one. I won't tell you what it's been gone. That's a little bit of a spoiler. But you start out with your homie, Boozer. He's a well acted and likable buddy character. He's really been the main one that I've interacted so far. I'm starting to learn the ins and outs of the different biker gangs that are in this woodsy area of Oregon, running sort of Far Cry esque missions where I'm clearing out bunkers of bad dudes. And it's very gamey in the fact it's like, clear the area, and it's like 8 out of 8, or like 1 out of 8, 2 out of 8. Every time you kill a person, it fills
Mhm.
up. It's like, so you know how many are there. I do think that it loses a little bit of its like rough feel that Last of Us or something has. Like, Last of Us would never do that. Like, would never have. Oh, we have somebody popping in.
Who could it be?
I don't know. Can we get him in? Is it possible?
I think so.
I'm gonna let you handle that. I don't want to break up the stream or anything. But
Okay.
anyway, as I was saying about Days Gone, um, I was saying it is shares a lot with a lot of different games. Far Cry, The Last of Us, Uncharted. Wants to have some tweaking motorcycle stuff that I'm really just getting scratching the surface of. Seems like it could be cool. They control pretty well at this point. And very early impressions. People say that it's like a 60 to 80 hour game, so I'm only 3 to 4 hours in so far. I see what people are saying about that. It's very derivative.
Whoops.
All right.
All right, we're back.
Hey,
Hey, what's going on, Anthony?
Look
I'm
who
sorry.
it is.
I'm alive. Sorry, guys.
Hey, no problem. We missed you, but
Thank you.
we've been doing okay. It's only
Yeah.
been, I think we've been going, I guess, almost half an hour though.
Nice.
Yeah, to
was
about
tuning in.
25
You guys were
minutes.
just talking about Days Gone. Sounded pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Oh no. Hang on. I'm fixing some things.
So far so good. How you doing,
Mhm.
Anthony?
I'm doing good. I slept till 9 yesterday, as you guys know.
hmm That's why we didn't have high hopes for you
Mhm.
being ready. So, we waited for half an hour, and we were going to give you a break if you couldn't make it.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. I know it was like, wait, 5:30. My alarm went off like 3 times at 3:30,
Oh
and
no.
I was like, well, probably jump back in. But I mowed the lawn already today. I had some time outside this morning. It was good.
It's beautiful out.
It is. It's
It
fucking
is really
amazing.
nice.
Well,
And
we
then,
started the show with my news reveal that I do not have coronavirus.
nice.
Yay.
Congrats. Which is good. I'm glad.
Thank you. Or at
No
least there's an
problem.
80% chance that I do not.
hmm
The tests are new. They're not the most accurate as of now.
hmm
So back to normal, I guess.
Nice. Well, that's
Yes,
good. I'm
yes.
glad.
hmm Back to normal as we can in these uncertain times.
Exactly. As normal as it can be.
What about you, Anthony? What's up with your sleep schedule?
Oh God. I don't know. What's that? What's the sleep schedule? Well, I
What
slept all
what
day yesterday.
time are you
So
going to
then
bed
well, today I went to bed at like 11 a.m.
at?
Yeah, like I knew. I was like, that's what we thought right after we were texting Kenny's son happy birthday.
Yep. Yeah, I was like, yeah, because right after I was like, oh, happy birthday, because I just come back in from mowing the lawn, and then I was like, all right, I'll take a shower and play some games. We'll see how I feel, and I felt tired. This is a spoiler. So I had a bowl of cereal and a yogurt, and then I was like, I'll just go lay down for a little bit, and I don't think I fell asleep for like an hour after laying down, and then I was just out.
Jeez.
Living that quarantine life.
Mm-hmm.
So were you,
I'm doing what they want me to do.
so were you up all last night?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was up all night, but I was working on. Last night was my grind night, so I fixed my copy. Eric helped me fix or solder my copy of Pokemon Crystal's battery, so I got to
Hell
play
yeah.
that again. So that's been really nice. So I did that, played some Dot Hack, and then I worked on some Top G Pin stuff all night. So that was good.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
Well, you missed our Diablo 3 talk. You'll have to have you on next week so we can follow up. But
for sure.
we did have fun, didn't we?
We did. It's way more fun with playing with friends. I leveled up, I think, maybe more times in that session with you guys than I did playing by myself.
Yeah, totally. It's a major difference playing with friends. It's like it
So
all
do you get
has
more
a
bonuses
purpose.
playing with people?
Well, we were playing on expert. That's why.
Okay. I should just crank it up to that then, because it was.
And you technically do because you're killing things way faster.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I liked it.
So you guys played Age of Empires. Like, wow, we're really gonna talk about that on the show? 20-year-old PC.
Hey.
Yeah, it was wild.
It holds up.
We should wait for Kenny to be on here too, because he likes to be a little snake. You know, I put one little guy down to mine some gold. He happens to be there. He gets all upset, and then he just decides to build a bunch of army people on one side of my base, and then just totally destroy me.
Yeah, it was
He's
good.
a competitive guy. That guy. He's like definitely
very.
the MJ or Kobe of our squad.
Oh yeah, he was my OJ. He fucking killed me.
Nice.
Yeah, we were playing. It was the three of us, and it was 3 computers. And man, it was like a 2-hour game for one
Yeah.
match.
It was a lot. Yeah, the second one was really long. That was the like
Mhm.
2-hour game. Because the thing was
So was
us
it
and like 4 or 5 other computers.
was it the 3 of you versus the 3 of them, or were you
No.
like?
That
Just
was
all
it.
out.
That was one for all, free for all.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it
Damn.
was wild.
Wow. Okay.
I think if we did team
yeah,
up, it probably would have been faster.
Yeah, it definitely would have been way faster. But it was a lot. I think it was a lot funnier getting doing a free for all because you can send out like your little scouts. So we'd be doing our little thing. So you'd be like mining your resources or whatever. It's basically just StarCraft, Warcraft, whatever. And you have these little guys on horses that would like come and just they don't attack you. They just walk around your area on their little horses. They're scouts, so they're all over the map, like getting the map for whoever they are. And you'll just see them kind of walk through. But no matter who was playing, you'd kind of hear like in the middle of the silence or whatever, we'd be like setting some stuff up, we'd be chatting, and you'd be like, "What the fuck is this little guy doing?" Like, oh no, he's not attacking me. Oh, where the fuck is he going? Whose scout is that? Who's purple?
Yeah. Then Kenny's the one guy who's like, he's like, come back here. He's like trying to
Yeah.
kill the scouts. I'm like, dude, leave my scout alone. He's not doing nothing.
Yeah, no, because he killed my scout, so I killed his scout, and then I killed your scout because I was mad.
Man,
Yeah.
that's a genre I always missed out on. I got to play Halo Wars the one time this week with you guys, and I felt pretty over my head.
How was
But
that?
Yeah, Halo Wars is a
I-
lot, especially if you're not used to the genre. There's so many different types of units you can build, and like Halo Wars has those like leader powers that you can activate, and I'm really not even sure like how you get those leader points, but that you get them somehow.
Yeah, we jumped into a match after me not playing any campaign, and I was like, I sort of felt like I knew, like I was progressing at least, and luckily we were playing cooperative against the AI, so we won. But I like towards the end of the match, we looked, or at the end of the match, we looked at the stats, and like I did decent damage, and I did decent something else, but I did like 0 of something else I was supposed to do, and you
Yeah,
and
that's
Kenny
okay.
had like 7 or 9 each. But
Yeah, with Halo Wars, it's all about like building bases so that because it's not like Age of Empires where you have to like go to a forest and get wood or like go to a mine and get gold and stone, and you just like
Yeah.
build bases and those just like generate resources for you.
Huh. That's interesting. Yeah, that's
Dude.
great. It's a different switch.
It was cool.
I am drinking a fantastic beer
I was
called
just gonna say, what are you drinking?
it's called Lupolo. It is from Oxbow Brewing Company from Newcastle, Maine. Named after the Italian word hop, Lupolo is an homage to the hop-forward lagers brewed in Italy. This Italian-style pils is brewed with the finest European malts and hops.
Nice.
Sounds fabulous.
Cheers.
Yeah.
I haven't had a good beer in a few days.
Feel ya.
I'm really letting it swish around. It's delicious.
Yep,
I really gotta
kill
get
all
back
those
to glass
germs.
drinking.
Yes.
Nothing beats a good beer in the glass.
True that. That's for
Alright.
sure. I miss going and supporting my local breweries at the brew pubs.
Hell
I
yeah.
know.
I know. Can't wait till those are open again and get some growler.
Kyle, you've been picking up any from your local dudes like Drunken Rabbit or anything?
Are they open?
Not lately. I mean, yeah, a lot of places are open and doing to-go sales still.
Curbside.
But no, I haven't gone to Drunken Rabbit in a couple weeks. Maybe I'll go this week. And I went to
let me know if you want to go to Treehouse. I know they really need our support.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. The place that like thrives off like to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
definitely
wonder
wanna check
how
out-
long is that line now with this distance.
Oh my gosh, right? People have to be 6 feet apart. Wow, I can only imagine.
All right, should we get into cruising for a news and Tyler, or am I missing something?
Cruising for a news.
Cruising, oh, losing, oh, yeah. All
Hmm.
right. So first on the docket, Paper Mario: The Origami King has been announced.
I thought that
Mm.
was a joke
I-
at first. When I first saw the announcement for that, I was like, wait a minute, no way. Oh, almost dropped my
Because
phone.
of the trailer, starts off sort of super surreal.
Yeah, I was like, what is
It's like
this?
it's like Mario's castle from '64, and they're origami, and it's just very sort of like a David Lynch moment where
Right. Do you want
Peach
to?
and
Do you want to
Mario
be
are
like
having like
me?
a weird standoff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Join us.
I just hope the combat's good. That's all I want. I really just want.
Hmm. I want some
Did
good,
you
some
see
good teammates.
the preview of the combat?
No, not yet. Did they release
It's
another
like a
preview?
I saw a 20-second video of it, and it seems like it is based on it's like a circular grid, and it's tile based, and you're trying to line enemies up in a row in order to get multipliers.
Huh.
It definitely seems unique. It's not something that they've done before, as far as I know. So I saw like a 20-second video of it. Um,
Something that was like separate from the trailer.
yep. Hmm.
I don't know why they have to be so innovative with it. I just want regular Paper Mario combat.
I know,
You
like
just want to press A and then hit A when you land on their head.
Yeah,
pretty
and then
much.
sometimes when you have to use the hammer, hold the A back until the star lights up. Other depending on what badge you have equipped, power
Mhm.
bounce. You hit A when you hit the ground. You can just keep going.
I
Yeah.
guess so. I think that
Why do they think they need to get all innovative for this kind of stuff?
Yeah. Why do they need to do new
Who
things?
do they think they are?
Why do they think they would do new things? Just do
with
old stuff we
Nintendo,
already like.
they always do the same thing.
Yeah,
They never put out new stuff.
never put
They
on.
always
So we
keep
see this before with the Wii, the Wii U, the Wii 2, Flipper,
the Dolphin.
the Dolphin emulator, which runs
My
great.
favorite.
Just give me Mario RPG 2.
Yeah, seriously. Is that too much to ask?
That would be epic.
Apparently.
If they did, yeah, I think it is too much to ask. That's just selfish, Anthony.
Bullshit.
All right, so it's coming July 17th, just sort of out of nowhere. It's coming in 2 months, and that's the same day as Ghost of Tsushima, which is our next story.
Mhm.
Wow.
Which why don't we just get right into it?
I
Did you
got some
guys check out that
competition.
trailer? It's like a 15-minute state of play that Sony dropped on Thursday.
Oh
That's
yeah,
awesome.
it was awesome. It was very awesome. Yeah, so awesome.
That's so awesome. I didn't see it, but I heard it was awesome.
So
looking
yeah,
forward
at
to
least
it.
Tyler saw it. I'm very much looking forward to it. It looks like they're taking inspiration from some of my favorite games. Most recently, Breath of the Wild, in terms of it's letting the environment guide you in interesting ways and not relying exclusively on waypoints everywhere or map icons. So trying to make exploration feel a little bit more in tune with the nature of the world. And Anthony, what I'm talking about is that objectives, you can follow the wind to find your way, and you just sort of need to observe the environment a little bit more as opposed to following the dots on the
Mhm.
mini map or something like that.
Yeah, so
It
like
also
the Wind
seems
Waker.
like
Yeah, so Jin, the main character, he can call
mhm.
upon the wind, and then the gust of wind will appear, and it'll show you like the way to your next objective. And one of the other things I think they talked about was like sometimes like a bird will come like flying across, and they'll like lead you to like a person in need or something like that. And
That is cool. Yeah.
That's interesting.
Mhm.
there's like
Yeah,
a
just
whole bunch
things
of other
that'll-
like wildlife and things that they showed off too.
I'll have to look
yeah.
into that.
And I was really into samurai when I was in high school. As far as like samurai movies, I was much more of a film nerd than I am now. I was watching all types of these foreign movies, and Akira Kurosawa was my favorite director. Probably watched 10 of his films. He's made many, many more than that, but his best is Seven Samurai. It was my favorite movie for years, and he's got other ones: Yojimbo, Sanjuro, Throne of Blood, just all types of great samurai cinema. And it's really cool to see how much of that is inspiring this game. The creators are clearly big fans. They even flat out say it during the show. I mean, during the state of play. And you can see it in the care that they're taking to these samurai standoffs that they are introducing, which are reminiscent of the duels in Red Dead Redemption 2 or 1, and of the death animations. Like, I saw that on some Reddit thread that, like, oh, the infamous creators or Sucker Punch really don't like to use ragdoll, and it's purposeful because they want to have their characters die like a cool looking, like, oh, as opposed to the like flopping around and
No.
getting caught on stairs. And
I love that though. Nothing beats a good ragdoll.
and the neatest thing about it, and I'll stop talking in just a minute, is it has a full on black and white mode with
Yeah.
like grain and everything that you can play right from the start if you want the thing to look like a samurai movie from the 50s, 60s, just like right off the bat.
Mhm.
And then I saw a tweet from Alex Navarro, one of my favorite giant bombers, and he said, 3 years ago at E3, I was talking to a dev about this, and I told him that that would be a great mode. He said, "What an excellent idea!" And
Now it's in the
Now
game.
it's there.
yeah,
That's rad.
So
Yeah, it's really cool to think about like how you would like playing it in black and white mode and like really being able to observe like those like dark shadows in certain areas where if you are playing it in color might get lost in certain areas. So that's really interesting. And then they also they talked about like the photo mode that they have, and the photo mode actually looked really cool because you could
True.
really kind of go full 360 around a subject. You could throw in like particle effects, any like petal leaves or like rain and dust and all sorts of other things to make like really cool photo shoots in game.
yeah, definitely.
What else did they talk? You can play it in subbed or dubbed.
Ooh.
So
Mhm.
if you really
They
want
went
that,
over
Everybody's
the different
favorite.
ways you can approach combat. You can be the more honorable samurai, take things head on, challenge people, let people know your presence, or you
Mhm.
can be like the ghost, be a forceful spirit of death in the night, freaking people out, just scaring people, running into their villages. People will literally like sometimes fall over and like cower because they're so scared to see you,
Wow.
and neat stuff like that. It seems like the customization of Jin is super on point. Like, they were
Mm.
showing him run and showing his different outfits and them flowing in the wind, and it was just like, oh, I can't wait to rock that.
Oh yeah, yeah. They
It's
they
gonna
made a
be
point
cool.
to say, don't forget to collect all the flowers because you can use them to dye like any piece of armor that you have, and so you can like modify
Mhm.
every single piece of like armor or clothing that you have.
Ooh.
Yeah. It's gonna be a great summer for the PS4 with this and The Last of Us. It's a great way to end the console. Hope that we start to see some PS5 stuff. All rumors point to June, so we'll probably be talking about that in the next few weeks on the Level With You show.
I'm
So
excited for
c-
29th of May. Xenoblade Chronicles Remastered comes out for the Switch.
Ooh.
oh yeah, that's the Xenoblade Chronicles. So that there was already a Xenoblade that came out on Switch, right?
Yep, yeah, Xenoblade Chronicles 2. This is the remake of the original Wii one that came out. It's Shulk from Smash.
Uh-huh.
This is
Yeah,
his game.
his game. Okay, so he's not in 2?
Nope, it's a totally different person in 2.
Oh, I didn't realize
What?
that.
Okay, so
Yeah.
he's only in, this is the Wii game, not Wii U, like it's legit
Mhm.
old.
Yep.
Okay.
It was a Wii exclusive, then they remade it for the new 3DS. You had to have the new 3DS to play it. And then yeah, now we're getting the definitive edition is what they're calling it for the Switch. So I'm stoked to play through that.
Speaking
what makes
of
something
remakes
definitive?
and
It's got better graphics.
no more that's gonna be added to it.
They have a
That's the
little
answer.
prologue to it now. There's more gameplay at the end of the game. Shulk's hair is flows better. More could you
Comes
ask
with a
for?
bunch of lame customization stuff.
It does. You can change your outfit. We use different armor. It was weird because you can get different armor and it changes how they look. and I was really surprised about that. I was like, oh, that's cool.
What's your guys' favorite word for like how the games come together? Definitive, ultimate, um,
Gold.
game of the year, or remastered?
There's royal, there's gold.
Yeah,
I like when they
Gold,
put a
that's a big
spin on
one.
it. Yeah, gold, like what they did with Persona 4 was gold, Persona 5 Royale.
Golden though.
Golden, you're right.
right. I mean,
I don't know. I
I
like
guess
definitive is fine.
definitive works. I mean, maybe I might like remastered a little bit better than definitive. Just kind of
Yeah.
like it means more.
Well,
to me, I guess.
remastered is an actual thing.
Yeah, right.
Like although it can make spin-offs, I guess there's different levels of remasters. I don't know
Yeah.
why, but I feel like I'm feeling ultimate.
Ultimate's good. I like that.
I'm
It's a good
ultimate,
smash
man.
term.
Yeah.
Ultimate, definitive,
So
definitive or
that's
ultimate.
exciting to hear. Shulk's big return is coming soon. What year did that originally come out? Do
I
you
remember
know?
that.
I know it's a tough thing to
That's
know
when
offhand.
That's when I first started community college. That was like 2011, 2012, I think. I want to say. I have to look it up to be sure.
2010.
Really? Wow.
Dang.
Mm-hmm.
That's the year I graduated high
So
school.
been 10 years since that came out, and remasters and re-releases are all the rage these days. People are becoming more and more okay with it. Speaking of, we got Mafia Trilogy announced, and half of it is out now. So 2K Games and Hangar 13, the developer of Mafia, have officially unveiled the full Mafia Trilogy today. 2K Games previously announced the collections in a short teaser, and a leak online tipped the internet off about the definitive editions for 1, 2, and 3. The first Mafia has been completely remade from the ground up. The complete remake includes a new game engine, updated script, new cutscenes, added gameplay sequences, and more. However, Mafia 1 won't be available to play until August 28th, 2020. Meanwhile, 2 is available today and received an Ultra HD remaster. And I think that 3 is also out and part of that, although might want to double check.
Okay.
Thoughts?
Oh, I've never really played one.
I never played
you
Mafia.
guys have never played Mafia?
No.
I watched my friend play, I think, one of the Mafias, and it was just interesting. I mean, it was just like a Grand Theft Auto.
I played Mafia, the card game.
Much more grounded than a Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no like, you can't just hijack anybody and get away with it, or go have sex with a hooker, or go on a police shooting spree for half an hour. Like, they tried to make it feel realistic. And I thought 3 was really good. That's the only one that I've played all the way through. Yeah, it's a little repetitive. I think Mafia 1 for the time was thought of as being ambitious and, you know, really going for something that maybe its current console capability or current game capabilities couldn't handle. And I think that it's neat to be able to see it being remade from the ground up as part of a trilogy here. And it's a nice thing to look forward to. It's an interesting way to brand it, you know, to have the full $60 game be purchasable now. And that includes 2 and 3, but you don't get the actual full-on remake until August 28th. We'll see how that strategy works out for them. But looking forward to see how it goes. And it is interesting that at the end of this generation, we're getting all these re-releases. I guess it makes sense, but Tony Hawk 1 and Tony Hawk 2, we talked about it last week a little bit, didn't we? But
good.
This
excited
one,
for it.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited for it too. Tyler, you want to take this story? I'm a little tongue-tied.
Yep, hang on. I'm just trying to find my way back to my monitor. Oh, here's my mouse.
I'm lost in a maze.
All right, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 won't have microtransactions at launch. At launch. All right, so the Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 remasters won't feature microtransactions at launch, but they could arrive later down the line if fans demand more content.
What?
Vicarious Visions.
Spider-Man. No, Spider-Man better be in it from the jump.
Oh yeah, he totally better be. Vicarious Visions boss Jen O'Neill told the outlet Everything that you see at launch is going to be unlocked with gameplay. We're not planning on having monetization at launch. Let's be clear, that doesn't seem to mean that Vicarious Vision specifically intends to add microtransactions later down the line for the sake of it. GameSpot appears to paraphrase O'Neill, saying that they would only arrive if there was fan demand for extra in-game content.
We all know the story with Crash.
Yeah, Crash Team
Yeah,
Racing
exactly.
made a similar promise that did not end up staying the case. It became riddled with microtransactions. If a base game comes out at $40, do devs have no other option than to keep supporting?
That was I wrote that little part at the end, and I'm curious to hear what you guys think. What is the acceptability for microtransactions in a game like this? Does it tick you off? Are you whatever? I'm done with it by that time anyway.
I mean, for a remake like Tony Hawk 1 and 2, don't put microtransactions in it. That just seems weird. Like,
yeah, the game is what it is. It's like an arcadey feel. I mean, I really don't think you need to, there should just be already a pretty hefty amount of unlockables, and you have your guys from the start. You build a park stuff. That's where I could see it kind of going, is the build a park, where it's like, oh, if you want to share your stuff online, or if you want this sweet Spider-Man checkered ramp, which would be stupid. But I mean, not the ramp, because that would be awesome. But to pay for it would be stupid.
yeah.
But
I mean,
yeah, I
unless
see
unless they're intending to like throw. I mean, was there create a player like in those games?
Yes, there was
in
definitely
3,
create
I
a
think there
player.
was, right?
Yeah,
I don't think it
so
was in 1 or 2.
You might be right about 2. I want to say that there wasn't 2, but I could be wrong about that. There was
2, I think.
definitely create a park in 2.
yeah, I mean, I could
and
see
that
them.
was really fun.
I could see them maybe adding like a create a player feature where you're getting loot boxes or something for new clothing and crap like that.
Typical.
I mean, I don't think there's any harm if
stuff.
they're just upfront about what you're buying, and they are charging what I think is a really good price for it, $40 for 2 full from the ground up remade games, where they're getting all the actors or all the skaters to come back, give their likenesses. I watched a really cool YouTube video about all of them being re-interviewed, and they were all skating in this big gym, and Jack
That's
Black was
crazy.
there, and it was nice.
He plays Jack Black.
And I would not be surprised
I really hope
considering
he
how
can.
much he's been shown in the promotional
Promos.
stuff on YouTube.
Hell
Like
yeah.
his YouTube channel, Jablinski.
Yeah, Jablinski Games.
Yeah, him and his son, they were the ones that got the first hands-on impressions, and they were a part in this video as well.
That's
Yeah,
gotta be such a wild ride to have Jack Black as your dad. Like, I can't even imagine that. Like, that's gotta be so cool.
I know, like in
My dad, Jack
earlier
Black.
in earlier Jablinski Games videos too, he had like I'm pretty sure he's like friends with Tony Hawk. So like
Yeah,
they
it
had him like
definitely
over the
seemed
house
like
and
it.
stuff like that. And
That's amazing, man. Jack Black. I want to be friends with Jack Black.
that'd be
I want
awesome.
Jack Black to be my dad.
Don't we all?
We could play Diablo together. We could play Pokemon together.
I wanna be Tenacious.
We could play what's the other good co-op game for father son?
The Jack Black game.
The Jack Black's party
Donkey
game.
Kong Country.
Donkey Kong Country, you're right. We could play DKC 2. Have a grand old father son time. You could yell at me for messing up all the platforming.
Did you see the video I sent you of Shaq jamming out to Donkey Kong Country 2 music?
Was that the? Yeah, I think so. That was really good. I liked that a lot. It was really
Yeah,
fun.
that was awesome.
It was the Gangplank Galleon. Yeah, that was really good.
There's a whole Facebook group about Shaq's family dancing to the same way to different songs, and it's pretty funny.
That's so awesome. We're doing that same thing with this. It's a meme that's been floating around. My roommate Eric sent it to me. It was this hardcore band Harm's Way, but they're like, it's right before a breakdown on one of their shows. It's like a typical hardcore show. The dude's on stage, shirts off, just like with the microphone. He's like kind of buff, like walking around, kind of doing the classic hardcore thing. And they you can put it to like anything, pretty much, and it lines up excellent. I'll have to send you guys a couple videos.
So good.
Nice.
What's going
That's
on,
great.
Broadway Vic? How you been?
Broadway Vic, how you doing, man?
What's up?
We've just been talking about Tony Hawk and microtransactions, and
Harm's Way
who we'd like
memes.
to see as a DLC character that we'd actually be willing to pay for.
Yeah, definitely.
Thana-
Why not? I hope they
Thanos.
have Spider-Man.
Thanos,
Yeah.
not a bad
Eh.
choice. Is Sony gonna be super petty and keep Spider-Man exclusive on PS4
Ooh, that's a good question.
because they own him? And
Yeah.
then we're gonna get Xbox is gonna be like, oh yeah, well we're gonna get Spawn
Spawn.
again.
Yeah. Xbox is gonna get Link. Oh man. Yeah, did you guys
Funny,
see?
no. Minecraft Steve.
Oh my god, that'd be fucking terrible. Return the game. But no, it's
Did
good.
I see
just
what?
kidding. Did you guys see the thing going on with Epic Games this week? How you can get Grand Theft Auto 5 for free up until May
Yep.
21st?
I
And
did.
I
Yeah.
got that.
apparently, if you can download it now,
Like your
and keep it
computer can
forever-
even run Grand Theft Auto 5.
Yeah, I don't know if mine can, but I have it. I played it actually in Xbox One, like a week or so ago with my buddy Cody. That was a lot of fun because I haven't played GTA 9 since it came out. That's crazy.
I have seriously not either, dude. I don't think I haven't I played it on PS3 in
Mhm.
the summer of 2013, and it's crazy that the game, even though it's a last gen title, has dominated the charts all
Oh, yeah.
generation long.
Mhm.
It's second or third best selling game of all time now, and good on them.
Yeah, it's still getting
Quite a
support.
good game.
Yeah. it's
Apparently,
huge.
there's a little bit of a controversy with the Epic Games Store one though. It's because that one of the big promos for it though is when you download it, you get a free $1 million to spend in GTA Online. But some people apparently are not seeing their $1 million show up yet, and they've been wondering what's going on. And apparently that you have to wait
How dare
about
they not give me an extra $1 million to my free game?
to my free game, my 10, what is it, 10 million? Because apparently that you can spend real money to get fake money in the game.
Yes.
So that's
Mhm.
like your starter pack. So it's I guess you have to just wait 7 to 10 days because they're kind of flip-flopping around right now. Trying to fix it.
The epic economy is
the epic
is
economy is on
down
the flux.
because of the- due
Welcome to
to
the world,
due to
baby.
coronavirus.
Yep. Yeah. It's pretty much
Uh.
they're delaying the relief packages, virtual relief packages.
Speaking of relief packages, another one's coming, they say.
Yeah, I saw that passed. I think it passed.
Yeah, I don't know if it
relief
actually
pack-
passed the full on Senate though. Did it? I know it passed the House.
That's what I've heard of. I think if it passed everything, then
yeah.
more people would be talking
Probably
about it.
More people be like, yeah, on the
More money.
1200.
Hmm.
Word. Well,
Yeah.
what else we got to talk about this week, boys?
Broadway
Oh,
Vic saying
man.
that the amount of money that they're making from GTA 5, we might not ever see a GTA 6.
Yeah, right. The amount
Oh,
of money
it's
they're making in
coming.
the store.
It's coming. All good things must come to an end, and Rockstar knows that. I do think it's going to be a while. I do think it's going to be like not out of the gate next gen. I think
Oh,
it'll
yeah.
be like 2023, 24 before we
It'll
get
be
a
a
full
while.
blown GTA 6.
Mhm.
Yeah, which will be 10 years. Then we'll get Red Dead 3, hopefully, although who knows, maybe a time to move on to a new IP.
Red Shed. It's a shed
2030.
building simulator.
Mhm.
We are 40 years old.
All right, Wiley,
Remind me.
you put on the outline animation.
Animation. What's that about?
Oh, I did. Yes, I did. Yes, we'll close out the show with some anime.
Shun.
Hi.
Well, that's your wheelhouse, bro. You're the anime expert around here. What's new?
Dude,
in,
there's no new anime coming out. It's all delayed.
Ever.
I mean,
yeah, everything's
That
been
is shitty,
hardcore
man.
delayed.
I'm sure there's stuff that you've missed. It's not like you've seen them all.
Yeah, I know. Like I've been going through like the popular charts on Crunchyroll to see. So there is one new anime that started back up again that I've been watching. Fruits Basket.
Oh
I don't
God, really?
I don't know if any of you guys have been watching that at all.
Yeah, I bought my roommate
I've
Michelle
seen it
the Blu-ray
pop up.
for Christmas. They started redoing that.
Yeah, it's actually the first season is on Netflix. fully dubbed, I think.
Mhm.
But the second season just came out recently. I think they're like 7 or 8 episodes in now.
Mhm.
Give me
Um,
the
That's the
spiel.
remake of
Fruits
the original one,
baskets.
right?
all right, so Fruits Baskets. Here you go. It's about this girl who gets taken in by by these two guys and like their uncle, and it's all about like the zodiac animals. Um, how this like one specific family in this town is cursed with like the zodiac. So they all look like humans, but if they're hugged by somebody of the opposite sex, they turn into their zodiac animal. So it's like a romance.
Sounds like that arc in. It sounds like that arc in Fairy Tale where there's the island full of people that got turned into animals.
Oh yeah,
haven't seen
all
that one. I
the
gotta.
all the keys or something like that.
I
Well,
don't know, man.
the
But
Oh, is
sorry
that
to
the?
interrupt.
Oh, no, that's the summon thing, right? Yeah, because they just have the keys to summon all the things. But I think that's different.
Yeah, what's her
That's
face
like
has all
the.
the keys to summon the zodiac.
Yeah, Lucy has all the keys for that. Because that's like
Mm.
the summon, the celestial, whatever's.
There's this one anime that I've been wanting to maybe try watching, this Tower of God.
A lot of promos for that.
Yeah, I've seen that show up a lot.
Getting promoted a lot.
But yeah, other than
Is
that,
I was looking for Doctor Stone the other night because you liked that one so much, and it's not
Yeah.
on Hulu right now.
No, it's only on Crunchyroll
yeah.
currently. I think
Yeah,
it's a
it
Crunchyroll
was on Hulu, I
exclusive.
think. Oh,
Is
is
it?
it?
I don't remember it
Maybe
being on
not.
Hulu.
I know Fire Force is on there.
Oh, really? That's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, you should watch
Yeah,
Is
that
that
too.
worth watching?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say watch the first
It's good.
season. It was hard watching it when it first came out because there was that whole there was that fire controversy that happened because that studio got some disgruntled guy, like he basically burned down a very prolific anime studio for some reason. It was like an
I
arson
remember.
attack, and then
Mm.
they delayed the second episode for like a couple months, so kind of lost steam.
Mhm.
But it's
Oh,
pretty
geez.
good. The first season it ends really weird. The first season ends kind of on a big cliffhanger. Like nothing's really gets kind of resolved. Spoiler, but it's still a really good ride. I recommend that.
I finally started up One Punch Man season 2 because
Nice.
I've been putting it off because I watched season 1 like a year ago and it was awesome, and then I started checking out what people thought of season 2 and everybody's like, it sucks.
Yeah, it's because they changed
Uh,
animation studios, so people were freaking the fuck out.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't look
And
awful. It just is not as good as the animation quality is nowhere near season 1. It's good
Mhm.
still, but it's different. Plus, they chose to end I think season 2 in a weird spot, but it's interesting. I
Mm.
really hope it comes back or they get renewed for a third season because the manga still has a little way to go.
Yeah.
Did you ever watch Bleach, Wiley?
No.
That's a long one.
Yeah, it's a long one. Also good.
Yeah.
Or The Rising of Shield Hero.
I've heard that's good.
That's really good.
Nope.
Good
I'm
too.
like still 20 something episodes now into Food Wars.
Nice.
Super. The show is very perverted.
Yes. Hell yeah.
I love it.
Well, you like Kill la Kill, right? It's fine.
It's
Yeah.
worse than Kill la Kill, dude.
Oh yeah, it's way worse than Kill la Kill.
Worse or better?
Yeah.
Well, both.
Well, Kill la Kill is at least like super stylish and like empowers the women, and this one is just like every 15 minutes. Oh,
Yeah.
when they eat a piece of chicken.
Close
We all
first
get-
off.
But I mean, you can't say you don't do it the same way when you eat food. Who else everybody gets horny for food. I get horny for food. I love
Yep.
food.
That's true.
Exactly.
And they do, for the record, show at least some men sexualized as well, but not quite in the same way.
Yeah, I love when they
Yeah.
have the dude. I think it's part of the first episode where they have that chick who comes in with like the 3 dudes and they all just rip the clothes off, and it's when they're eating and it's just the dudes are all like ripped, but it's like the things, little
Yeah.
pieces of cloth are hiding their junk.
Yeah, it's
It's a good
pretty
one.
nutty, but like it's fun. Like the last episode, it was like a full half hour of trying to come up with the best fried chicken recipe to beat the mall fried chicken.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They ended up making like paper wrap, like not a paper wrap, like a
Wax.
toasted wrap with lettuce in it and fried chicken chunks, and it sounded
Ooh.
really it
That
sounds
sounds
weird,
really
but it
good.
looked really good.
Oh,
yeah,
I'm so
I'll-
hungry too right now. 'cause I'm
All the food
full.
they make in the show is great.
Yeah, like I said, Tyler, you should look up the YouTube episodes that
All right.
or YouTube channels that are like dedicated to that
to
remaking
making
them.
food from Food Wars.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
All
Every
right.
time we do the show, it's always time for dinner. So
I know.
Yeah, I know. I'm so hungry.
I'm gonna make some Taco Tuesday.
Oh yeah, it is Taco Tuesday.
oh,
Oh, I should go
very
Taco
good.
Bell. Free tacos.
All
well,
right,
everybody,
guys.
that has been the Level With You show. Thank you for our 2-part episode, one with 2 of us, the better half with 3 of us. Thank
It's
you, as always, for tuning in. My name is Wiley Umstead. I've been joined by Anthony and Tyler. Shout out to Elias on his 8th birthday, and we welcome back Kenny next week, we hope.
Happy
All
birthday.
right, thank you for watching, and we will see you next time.
Goodbye and good night.